going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day today. Now, the price of Bitcoin today has actually moved up a little bit, and we did get this confirmation from Blockworks that Celsius has finished paying off its loan to MakerDAO and got 21,962 W Bitcoin, essentially $440 million in collateral back. Now, there are some people saying, well, did they use the customers' funds to pay off this loan? Okay, great, but then how are the customers going to get paid back? Well, obviously, we still need to see how this unfolds, but I will say this is certainly, hopefully, taking some of that pressure off of the markets, right? We talked about that deleveraging that we were seeing, so that is something that we can take with a bit of positivity today. Getting over at the Bitcoin chart, we also notice that we are slowly approaching the bottom of this moving average, the 50, on the monthly, right? Now, we said that Bitcoin had never fallen below the 50 monthly simple moving average in its entire history. And you can see right now, although it did fall below it last week, is it possible that by the end of this week, we actually end up closing above it? Well, I want to actually have a bit of a contrarian view to what's going on right now because everybody and their mom is just absolutely bearish, saying there's no way that Bitcoin can recover. Stocks, Bitcoin, everything has to fall lower. The Fed is not going to stop. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that there is something possibly that could be happening, and it could shock everyone right now, and there's nothing the Fed could do. There's nothing they could do as far as raising rates or trying to, have a hawkish stance on the markets that could possibly stop this if this was to happen for Bitcoin. And if this does happen, it would send Bitcoin price absolutely skyrocketing, and it would decouple it from the stock market. And like I said, it wouldn't matter what the US said or what they did, they wouldn't be able to stop this. And not only that, there is something very similar that is happening right now. Very short video today, guys. I want to get straight to the point. If you are not subscribed, definitely consider it. We are making these videos even in the dark, scary, bearish crypto winter time. So get subscribed to Crypto Zombie if you like these kind of updates, guys. But as you can see right here, if you want to know what I'm talking about, essentially, what we are seeing right here is what is referred to as an Adam and Eve bottom, right? Now, they call it Adam and Eve because, use your imagination. Okay, we have Adam right here, right? He's more of a point, right? He has a sharp point, okay? And Eve, which is more of a rounded bottom, right? Now, these are often considered reversal patterns. Now, where have we seen this before? Now, this is on the lower time frame. It's only on the 4 hour that we're looking at right now. Although, actually, if you do switch it to the daily, you can kind of see it forming still a little bit. It's a lot clearer on the 4 hour, right? Now, if you come over here, look at what happened back in 2018, right? So Bitcoin was consolidating right here. Look, we were in this sort of, triangular consolidation pattern, fell off a cliff. We put in that Adam right here, and then we put in that Eve. In fact, some people even say that it was an Eve, like a double bottom right here, right? But ultimately, you can still say that, with the exception of this little area, which still was a double bottom, which still is technically a bullish reversal, right? So you have the big bottom and then you have the double bottom. So you have a double bottom inside of a bottom. It's an inception type of situation, but essentially you have this Adam and Eve, and look what happened, guys. Once we broke out, boom, look at that. As soon as we got above this previous resistance, boom, skyrocketed, and that started that mid-cycle rally all the way from down to low $3,000 all the way up to almost $14,000 for Bitcoin. So heading back here, is it possible that we see something like that again? Maybe we do put in that sort of, double bottom within the double bottom pattern, if you can understand. I know I'm scribbling all over the chart here. And, essentially, once you would break the neckline, the second time, you would start to have that recovery. So that's a little bit of hopium for everyone. Now, if you do want to trade that, how would you trade the confirmation? Well, obviously, you'd be looking for some resistance at around 21,625. Now, you could put the trade in right now if you wanted to, but then what you'd want to do is you'd want to extend this line out here, and you wouldn't want to fall below this. So currently, if you wanted to do this, the stop loss would be at $19,458. But understand that most people are looking for that exact level. They tend to stop hunt at levels that they know people are looking at, right? Same thing up here with the highs. But what you would want to do was essentially, if you were looking for that double bottom inside the double bottom, you'd have something like this. Okay, we'd have that test. We'd get rejected at around 21,630, come up for the second test, and Well, the previous time we blasted straight through it, so you didn't really have an opportunity to put the trade in. You'd kind of be playing with fire a little bit, but ultimately, if we were to break out right here of the $21,600 level, then if you really have a look at, this area right here, right, you have this pivot that we had down here, right around 26,300, and I think that would easily be the next target because there's really nothing going on in the middle here. And then maybe you could say the next target would be around 28,000. Now, after that, things might get a little bit interesting, but at that point, even if you didn't go in right now, if you waited to put in your long until we confirmed above 21,600, that is a 22% move to the first target. So 22% move, even if you just did 3x leverage, very low leverage, which I don't recommend anybody goes higher than like 5, especially if you're starting, 25 to 30 right there, 33 times 3 is 100%. So if this move does play out, that's an easy 100% gain on just a 3x leverage trade, okay? So I'm not saying that you should take that. Obviously, wait for that confirmation. Make sure you get subscribed. But I definitely think that it's looking quite similar to, what we've seen in the past. And I think it's a possibility that we could finally be having that bottom that we've been looking for. And if you guys are interested in learning how to trade, make sure you check out the tutorial popping up above. And also, guys, for everyone in the US that is having difficulty, I know I've been kicked off. Binance, a lot of other exchanges, they've restricted the amount that I can withdraw because it sucks being in the US. Whatever. If you guys want a more friendly exchange, you can go check out BitGet. I highly recommend it. They have over $4,000 in bonuses. And on top of that, they also have a $3,000 bonus if you refer friends and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. They have a really cool referral program if you guys are interested. But if you do want to get that $4,000 bonus exclusively, use the link below in the description. They also have copy trading. So like, for example, you could just follow any of these traders. Like Jason is up 2,089% ROI. Copiers, P&L, $156. Obviously, they're not trading probably with as much money as some of these other people. There's only 4 spots left, so you would basically just click it, follow, and yeah, it would basically just automate the trades for you. But keep in mind, as I said, in general, you should never put more money on exchanges than you can afford or are willing to lose because, we've seen with Celsius. I'm not making any promises on any exchanges. I'm just saying it's been really good for me. I've enjoyed using BitGet, so check out that link below in the description, guys, and also in the pinned comment if you guys want to get those bonuses. And I just wanted to end on this is like the big story, okay? And this is why no matter what the Fed does, no matter what Jerome Powell does, this could literally send Bitcoin absolutely skyrocketing, completely decoupling from all of the stocks. Now, listen to this, and I have no idea how to pronounce this guy's name. I'm going to do my best. So, Philip Karageorgievic. I guess it's Philip Karageorgievic. It just has a lot of extra letters in there, right? So, he is the hereditary prince of Serbia and Yugoslavia. Now, he suggested that some of the countries in the Middle East, such as Jordan and the United Arab Emirates, among others, could soon adopt Bitcoin. According to him, most of these monarchies use the Sharia law that, among other things, entails a specific financial system that doesn't recognize the concept of debt. Therefore, they might be open to accepting a pitch for Bitcoin as the perfect money in line with this system. Actually, I'm going to play the clip that he had over on this roundtable discussion, and then we'll discuss it after that.
Firstly, I had to point out that Middle Eastern monarchies are very stable if you compare them. So if you have countries like Jordan, Oman, and United Arab Emirates, who are monarchies, they are very stable countries for 100 years or so. And if you then look at countries like Iraq, Syria, and I don't know, pick another one there, Yemen or something like that. These countries have had so much problems. They're as you know. So going to these monarchies is that you can sell Bitcoin to them, saying that onto these countries, saying that Bitcoin is the perfect. They operate by Sharia law, by Sharia money, Sharia financing law. They're by Sharia law, they don't involve themselves in any form of debt and things like that, and I know a lot of other things that makes them actually quite a sound financial system. But what they don't have is the sound money to go with it. And in their eyes, according to their readings, to the Quran, is actually that Bitcoin is their perfect money. So it's just a matter of time before someone pitches that to them, or they're pitching it to themselves, and they actually get on board. So maybe you'll see an Arab monarchy here or there, or just an Arab country here or there, with adopting Bitcoin a lot sooner than you think.
And you guys may have remembered this article that came out from Crypto Globe. This was last year around October. I still have this article saved because I remember how much it stuck with me when I considered the opportunity. And like Kevin O'Leary said, he says it's not with family offices or hedge funds that operate out of the Middle East. The real money is in the actual sovereign wealth funds in both Saudi Arabia and the UAE. It's billions and billions and billions of dollars. He says they have not allocated to crypto yet. When that happens, you will see it reflected in the price of Bitcoin. There's no question about it. They have such long-term views in those funds, and those funds are so large. Now, if you're also looking, like Philip said, this is insane. And these guys, they don't operate on the same way that we do, right? Over here, it's all based on debt, right? That's not how they work. And he says that they would immediately go 1 to 3% on Bitcoin alone, as soon as some of the largest pools of capital in the world and multi-billion-dollar mandates could send the price. So essentially, they're just really waiting for that green light to come in. And now that we're hearing some of these talks, if a country or these types of individuals or these types of funds were actually to adopt Bitcoin, it wouldn't really matter anymore what's going on in the US, because the amount of capital that would come in from these guys, like Kevin O'Leary said, could literally spike the price anywhere from 300,000, if you just look at the market cap, dollars, to $400,000 per coin. So that's just with these funds, these sovereign wealth funds from the UAE, okay? So this is massive. So, you have to just pay attention to what's going on and understand that, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, but, these types of people that have that kind of money, it doesn't really affect them the way that it affects the average, working class American citizen. And there's really not much that the US could do about it if they chose to invest in Bitcoin accordingly, in that sense. So that's all I wanted to bring to you guys today. Thank you for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. Wanted to keep it a super quick update for you. Like I said, guys, we're going to keep our eyes on that potential Adam and Eve pattern. It could drag out a little bit longer. Remember the last time we had a double Eve within the Adam and Eve, right? But ultimately, the broader pattern still was a huge double bottom, which we know is inherently bullish and usually signals a reversal. So it could finally be that move that we've waited for. We know all the charts are oversold. So I am anticipating, honestly, a move. I think there's too many people that are too negative right now. It's insanely negative. Like, I get it, guys. Like, there's stuff going on in the world, but it's too much negativity. People calling, I've seen comments saying people that have followed the channel for years capitulating in the comment section, telling me that Bitcoin is going to zero. That is telling me we're overdue for a bounce, and we could be closer to the potential bottom than people think. Like, we talked about 3 to 6 months, maybe 6 to 8 months, might even be sooner if we have, I guess it would be the opposite of a black swan event. It would be a white swan event, right? So, or whatever, I don't really know what you'd call it. It would be an unsuspected surprise positive thing for Bitcoin, right? So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I make these videos. Make sure you take advantages of all the bonuses below in the video. And if you do want to learn to trade, watch these videos popping up right here, right now. My name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.